Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a bit of a weird one. I'm actually really nervous about this one, which is kind of why I'm doing the intro here at home. And we're going to be going to visit the abandoned house that is rumoured to be associated with Aleister Crowley. Now, I'm not that familiar with Aleister Crowley, and which is quite weird really, considering the history and the stories behind him. Dubbed the wickedest man alive, he was born on October 12th, 1875, and during his lifetime he lived in places all over the place. Torquay, Scotland, Hastings, which is where he died. You know, just to name a few. I mean, he was all over the place. He even fought in the World Wars, and that's where he was dubbed a traitor to his country by getting in with a pro-German group, basically. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of history about him. I mean, even in his, as he was led dying, the doctor treating him refused to give him heroin that he so badly craved, and with his dying breaths he cursed the doctor. And the weirdest thing is, the next day the doctor was found dead in his bath, and the death certificate just reads natural causes. Crowley was known for many things. He was an author. He even designed tarot cards, which are still used today. He was a bisexual, quite freely and unshamefully, bisexual. And I think the things that really make stand out is that he was an occultist, Satanist, and during his time as a magician, he would produce lights, bright lights and things with no visible machinery to his acts. And when asked, he would just simply say that, he would summon spirits to his will, and that's what was causing the lights. He was rumoured to have summoned the devil, and it's actually rumoured that he'd done that at where we're going today, his old cottage. And I think that's what freaks me out of it. I mean, the public still believe that, any sites associated with Crowley, there's still an aura of evil that can be felt, and I think that's what freaks me out a bit. Because believe it or not, when you think about the dark things, devils and demons and things like that, whether you believe or not, it's freaky. So of course I'm a bit nervous, but we will see. We're going to go there and have a look anyway. But his reputation sort of, really came true really when he was asked his name. He would simply reply the Beast or 666, and I think that's kind of sums up who we're talking about here. He was named the Beast by local newspapers, and during his lifetime he was in the news quite a lot for his antics and his notability, really, because he was an author, and as I say, he designed tarot cards which are used today. So that's one of the things that he was well known for. But it's not just Crowley's doctor that died mysteriously. When he was aged 8, at his school, his headmaster beat him for insolence, and of course Crowley wished him dead. And funny enough, when the old man did die, Crowley basically, he believed he'd achieved his goal, and I think things just went from there, really. Again, he would play up on his reputation, I think, and he would often use animal sacrifices and things to enable the spirits to help him on his acts when he was an acclaimed magician. In fact, his mother once said to him that cats had nine lives, and Crowley, not believing that, he had to prove a point, and he found a cat and he proceeded to poison it with arsenic. He gassed it, he stabbed it, he crushed its skull, slit its throat, set it on fire, drowned it, and then threw it from a top-story window. And his point was proved because the cat did die. And I think it's things like that that, you know, I mean, I'm surprised I've never heard of the guy. And the cottage which he's believed to have stayed at or is associated with is down in St Ives, and it's very secluded. It's up on a grassy moor, and very much untouched. I mean, some of the buildings, the outbuildings, have collapsed, and there's abandoned cars there. And in fact, someone that visited it, I don't know when, I think it was in 2002 or 2012, I'll have to look that up, and we'll talk about that when we get there, but someone that visited it not that long ago passed away mysteriously not long after her visit. So yeah, a little bit nervous, but I think it's going to be a really interesting visit, and I don't know what we're going to see and what's going to happen, but let's get in the car, let's get down there, and we'll talk a bit more when we get there. But I just want to tell you a bit about the guy, Aleister Crowley, actually born Edward Aleister, or Alexandra Crowley. So don't know when he changed his name to Aleister Crowley, but he did, because he wasn't born Aleister Crowley. He was born Edward Alexandra Crowley back in October, and he died in 1947, as I say, in Hastings. So quite an interesting man from what I've read. And so let's get in the car, let's get down to St Ives. It's about an hour and a half away, maybe a little bit more, but I hear it's really easy to find, because you can't miss it as you drive down between St Ives and St Just, I think it is, I don't know, but we're going to find it, and I'll see you there.
Having thoroughly rejected the gospel of Jesus Christ, Aleister Crowley would earn the title of the wickedest man in the world by the London newspapers. The British media exposed his bizarre satanic rituals at the mysterious Abbey Thelema in Sicily. On one occasion, a man named Raoul Loveday died from drinking poisoned cat's blood at Crowley's command.
Hey guys, slight change of plans. When I actually got here yesterday, my new car ticked over to 666 miles. Now, I'm not massively superstitious, but when you're visiting someone who used to be a occultist, Satanist, among other things, that was a bit too coincidence for me, so decided to come back today, and I'm glad I did, because the sun's out, it's lovely. It's a bit of a trek up to the cottage, to be fair. I'm just trying to work out a route now through all this lot. It's actually up above that hill there, so it's a bit of a walk, but lovely surroundings. Absolutely gorgeous out there. Seas are flat. The sea in Cornwall hasn't been flat for a few weeks, so yeah, very good. Right, I'm going to try and get up there, and when I come back to the car, which is down there near the road, I might even get the drone out if the wind stays down, and fly up and get some aerial shots as well. But for the time being, I think it's going to be a long walk, so I'll catch you in a minute when we're there. So yeah, that was a hell of a trek up here. Not joking, I mean, all that bramble and stuff. There's probably an easier way. I've just been an idiot and chose the hardest way possible to get up here, but we are here. This used to be a barn, no doubt. It's not much of anything anymore, to be fair. Old whiskey bottle. I weren't joking about it being secluded. Or bamboo growing. Yeah, it's right in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I think a lot of people sort of spend the night up here. It's like a rite passage. A ladder leading up to a hole in the ceiling. There's the old fireplace. There's old bottles. Little tool shed. Wow. Must be an old garage. A garage door there. This is where we, the other side to where we came in. It's the back end of the Suzuki pickup truck. I don't know what's down that way. There's the old gates come in. Wow. I'm just going to get some pictures of how cool. So I'm not so sure about this place. It's don't know. It's not got the feel to it that people were saying it would have at all. And you know, exploring it on my own, even the the mad and treacherous route I took to get up here, you know, I don't know, it's not all it's cracked up to be, I don't think. What that is. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's middle of nowhere, you know, and it's tucked away. Don't know if we can get down to the truck. To be fair, I've already been scratched to buggery by brambles, so a bit more won't make any difference. Bit of an antique, this one. Yeah, a bit of tea-cut would be fine. Polish out. So yeah, I mean, although it's a pretty cool spot, I mean, this is where Aleister Crowley was. Well, he has been linked to in a number of articles actually to this place. And I can kind of see why. You've got all like the rocks and that around here that you could you know, do ceremonies with, and it's so secluded, you could do what you want up here and no one would ever know. But yeah, for me it's just the fact it's so secluded. Yeah, pretty cool place though. I'm going to get some more pictures and I'll catch up with you and summarise in a minute. Right, so that's it guys. Unfortunately there's not a lot more to see. We're going to walk around to the building. It's quite a small cottage, so I said there wasn't a great deal to see, and I'm not going to try getting up on ladders and up onto the roof and things, because that roof space looks a little bit delicate, to be fair. So I don't think I'd get very far before a lump like me fell through the ceiling. And that's his gate, or what's left of it, and the driveway in. But as you can see, I mean, it's mental up here. I mean, look at that. There's rocks up there and it looks like a cave over there, so maybe we should go check that out quick before we go home. It's probably going to take me about 2 hours to walk back down to the car. I mean, it's so secluded and hard to get to. But yeah, I mean, that was quite cool. Notice how his telephone and electric wires aren't there anymore. Didn't try the light switch, but probably wouldn't work. That's right, generator will be fine. And as you probably saw, there's lots of sleeping bags and a bed, fold-out camp bed up there. So clearly people are staying there at night. know, whether that's all the time or just for a dare, or I did see a video when I was researching this place on YouTube where the team had done an overnight investigation there. I can't remember off the top of my head if they actually caught anything or not, because I don't think I watched it all the way through, but yeah, it's probably a pretty freaky place to spend the night, I must admit. And we just check this weird rock structure out. Oh, it's like a fireplace. This must have either been something to do with the cottage there, or a separate building. Right, I've got to switch over batteries, so come back on in a second. Yeah, so I'm on my way back down to the car now. Really cool place, but a real bugger to get to. I mean, it's up there beyond. So I've just been having a nice chat to one of the ladies that lives in the village, and she had to give me directions because I was stood at a sort of a triple crossroad back there, and thought, oh my god, I didn't come in this way, so which way is it back out? I actually went up there, that hill, through all that brambles and up the rocks, as you saw from me coming in. So I was just talking to her actually, and really nice lady, told me a bit about the place, and obviously people you know, love a good legend, and she's no different really, but you know, it's such a shame to see that house going to waste. And when the artist was turning it into his studio a while back, the reason he didn't continue to stay there was because the landowners wouldn't allow him to put an access road back in for building materials and things. So, real shame really. And I think that's the thing with Cornwall. You know, the moorlands and things are owned by just about everyone, and if you're unfortunate enough to have a piece of land or a property smack in the middle of everyone else's moor, you know, you haven't got hope in hell. And I think it's the same story for that place. And apparently ever since a news story went up about Aleister Crowley a while back, there's been a lot of people going up there. Unfortunately, it's been a while since anyone's been up there, and it's just got overgrown, and the tracks are near enough impassable. But no, I managed just about. In fact, it's about here I came off the track, and you can see how steep and brambly and rocky that way up was. And yeah, I don't need you to tell me I am an idiot, but I think what actually happened was I must have thought that a track that obviously some cattle had made was part of this footpath, and that's why I ended going up that way. But at least I know for next time now, and I probably will come back, say 50 likes, and I'll spend a night in there on my own, and we'll get that one up as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about all the stories. I know Aleister Crowley had a hell of a following, especially in the 1960s. The likes of Jimmy Page, even the Beatles, and was it Led Zeppelin? They all followed the ways of Aleister Crowley, and also Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know if any of you are aware of the song he wrote. You know, he was one of Aleister's big followers, and he wrote the song for Aleister, and you know, it even makes reference to things like the, you know, the horsemen of the apocalypse and all sorts. So he had a very big following, and I'm a bit lost now. Don't fancy that very much. I'm gonna have to. Oh. I think the car's gonna need a valet when I get home. It's absolutely gorgeous day today. So I'm out here in a t-shirt. I know it's quite windy, but it's a nice cool breeze. It's not uncomfortable at all. Oh no. That doesn't look like a path, is it? Oh, I don't know. Right, yeah, we have a problem. I'm going to have to go this way, I think. Wow, I say it's not an easy place to find. So hats off to people that do get up there. And especially people that aren't local. I'm not particularly local, but yeah, even I struggled to find that one. This can't be a path out, surely. Oh God. I think I could be lost. Right, well, I'm going to find a way out of here. Right, so that was Aleister Crowley's bungalow between St Ives and St Just. It's on the B road there. Although I said you can't really miss it, you can. Basically, Zena, the little village there, or Zena, however you pronounce it, it's a little village between St Ives and St Just on that road. If you park in that village, the hill directly opposite, the bungalow's at the very top of that, in amongst the rocks. I'm absolutely cream crackered. That was a hell of a hike, up and down, and glad to be back in the car. I've actually just stopped. I forgot to do the outro, so I've stopped to wash the car and do the video at the same time. And so that's that. I really hope you enjoyed that one. I quite enjoyed it. Very spooky, but as I say, I didn't get any really bad feelings from the place. But definitely go over there if you get a chance. It's quite a cool place to look at. Lots of history behind it, and as I say, anything related to Aleister Crowley, then obviously, you know, it's going to have a bit of history behind it anyway. But I say, if you like this particular stuff, definitely subscribe, because over the next 2 weeks I am all over the place doing things like this, and there's going to be lots of videos with exploring various buildings, both abandoned and occupied, including my night at the Jamaica Inn. I'm going to do that probably the end of this month, 26th, 27th, something like that. And while I'm there, I'm going to look at some of the other spots around Bodmin as well. So definitely subscribe, and if you want to see me do a night at that bungalow, like whether you subscribe or not, make sure you like the video, because when I hit 50 I will spend a night there on my own. Okay, so please subscribe, so it really helps me out, and it gives you a chance to sort of see some of the stuff I'm doing. And it is very random, but I'm going to be doing a lot more of this sort of stuff, the exploring and the ghost hunting, that sort of thing. Just things that, you know, I'm skeptical about, but at the same time I want to learn more about, so I'm going to do a bit more of it. So subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.